So hey guys, it's Tuesday morning. Bink here. It's cold out, it's rainy, it's 60 out. My plan was to come underneath Blue Boy and finish up the wire wheeling. Probably have a hour and a half, 2 hours tops of making everything extra good. So I'm gonna clean that the end of the day today when it warms up outside. It'll probably warm up to upper 60s. I didn't want to open up the shop and have everything, fans go on, blow out by a little bit of warm air, you know. So what I decided to do is do some metal work. Let's go take a look. So I pulled out the a little bit bigger bandsaw. And I'm cutting some 1 1/4 by 2 inch tube I have. It's just from the scrapyard I picked up, I don't know, a year or two ago. When I go there, I try to grab stuff, throw on the rack I could use in the shop. Like I said, it's looking really nice under here. I got my seals coming from Clark's along with a bunch of other stuff. And what I am doing is, I got one made over here. I started making the bars for between where the pieces were in there that were all baloney in there. So this is what I did. 1 1/4 by 2. This is some heavy stuff. It's got a powder coat on it, but that's fine. It didn't cost me nothing. I got a bunch of it. So under here, where I cut out all that baloney stuff, and I'm putting these in there. Reason, because like I said, a bunch of times the floor is going the wrong direction and there's nothing holding it. When I was going down the road, it was rattling, and the ribs go the opposite direction. So, bear with me. I have marked right there, and there is where it's gonna go. My only problem is that I am probably going to have to cut these out here, this crap that they put in. There's a tack, I don't know how they welded it or what they did. There's some weld on some don't. I want to pull it out so it sits up flat with there. So I notched my piece like perfect, like a puzzle. It's gonna fit in here so nice and snug. And it'll fit up in there nice, and the floor will go to it. And what I'm going to do is evenly space. It's gonna be this rib right here, there, and then the next section, it'll be the same forward rib, and it will be, if it stays there, this rib right here, and this is the end. So I'm gonna put one from here forward, and I'm going to, because I wanted to connect it up here to these pieces here, because there's really no support for front to back. So I'm going to cut something out, a plate of steel, drill 2 holes, bring it out. When I do put this one up here, it'll work the same way in the back. It'll be notched out and fitting in there. You know, it's kind of hard to see. And the front, I will cut it on an angle and cap it off to that plate. And that plate will go underneath here and get, I don't know, maybe I'll weld the ends of it or something. I'll have to figure that out once I get the plate in there. I should weld it to this, maybe even make it bigger, weld it on the ends, and then bring this piece up to it and bolt it in. So my bolts are long enough there. I was gonna change them to shorter ones. Now I probably won't have to. Unless I decide to put with like carriage bolt type deals. That's what I'm gonna do up here. I'm gonna get some, I have some, but I don't know if they're right. I got some bumper bolts, but something like a nice stainless steel mushroom head bolt. And there'll be 3 of them in here, equally spaced out, just to hold the bed from flopping up and down. And that's what I'm gonna work on right now. So this is the fun stuff for me. Anything's fun other than that wire wheel cleaning. So this one fits in there perfectly, beautifully, nice and snug and tight. And I'll weld that around up on each side once I get everything made and fitted and clean up the rest of it back there. So. Just like that. I'll clean that up and I'll double check that it fits nice. And this is some heavy stuff, pretty heavy. Very nice stuff. All right, I got this one off. I cut it, it's like a tack spot weld. Cleaned it carefully. So I didn't want to burn my paint through the top. So that's what I did here. I cut it off on the end. I cut it there, like halfway through. There's a spot weld in there too, right on the end. Spot weld there, spot weld there. I ground her a little bit with the flapper. Took my air hose, blew the heck out of it for a while. Went and did this one. I'm gonna go back and flapper this a little more. Blow it, because I don't want to burn my paint off the floor if I can help it. Do the same as this. Grind that one, do the same thing. I'll have to weld these. I don't know if I can weld that cut up. There ain't much left there, it's real thin. Because I want that bar to be up flat against here. I don't want this in there. And then I'll have to do the same. The very last spot up there, that's, if I can get in there and do it with my lift there in the way. We'll see. That might have to be done after I get the front wheels on and move the lift back. Oh yeah, I'm having fun doing this. I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. So I'll go ahead and get that made. I have some kind of real thick tape, rubber tape. I'm going to put over this. I'm going to pull that down. Put that rubber, it's not the as seen on TV, it's a Gorilla tape. That was a little bit longer a piece. I haven't used that stuff before, but the as seen on TV tape, it's really rubbery. It works really well, and it's very sticky. And so I'll pull that stuff out later and see how that, and make a new strap. Pull this plastic down, and I'm gonna put a nice strip of that over that, or wipe it down with some lacquer thinner or something. And even this, I'll probably maybe run one of those pieces real nice around that if I can. So I'm gonna continue with this, getting it cleaned up. I think it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be a lot better than what it was. It's gonna be real nice, I think. All right. So I had gotten all these pieces off of the bottom on the one side. I figured out what they're doing with why this was on there. I'll go on there and show you. Another thing too is I made some more long pieces, welded some stainless steel this time that I had on there, 1/4 inch, to make some long ones to get to finish the front. But anyways, this stuff, let's go take a look and see. So this used to be another piece right here, and this used to be a pickup truck bed that used to go the other way. And now that I have removed some of these pieces, I can see where they cut into it. And what, this here was like the support for the pickup truck bed. It came down, over, and up. Basically, one of these was there. And they went and cut it off to turn the floor this way. And they took those pieces that they cut off, which would be basically like these here, and they flipped them over and they welded them up in the here to here. They put a tack here to here, and that's what they call the brace, and it wasn't even touching here, you know? So it didn't do nothing. So, I don't know. So I got that one off, cleaned up. Bend that down. Maybe I can put a tack on there to hold that down. And then I gotta get in here and clean if I can. I don't know if I can get in welding here with this here in my way. It's probably gonna have to wait, but I'm gonna get everything made as much as I can. So, and I got this one all out of here. It looks like crap now because I had this painted real nice here. When I paint that, it's going to, I might just clean this whole area off again. Might just wire wheel this whole area because it's gonna show real bad now. So, all right, a little more cleaning and we keep going at it. So hey guys, I am underneath there working. This is gonna be the ones to the rear where those, the brackets go with the 2 bolts that come down and goes to the C-member. And then this is notched in to go up. And so I'm there. I just got done cutting and grinding these to fit in here. I'm just gonna put a plug in each side there to make it look nice. This is my hole for my carriage bolt that will go through the bed. I'm gonna try to get some stainless ones at least to go through the bed. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. If I'm gonna drill it and then go in there with a die grinder and see if I can make these square. I don't know how far it's gonna have to go through. If it's gonna have to go into this would be really good because I could die grind this here, but I think there's gonna be some distance between there. I don't know if the bed will pull. If it pulled down to this, it probably would, so I probably should try to die grind that square for that. That would be sweet because the bed really could be drilled and then it would catch in there if this is long enough because the bed ain't that long. And we'll see what we can do. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and weld some of these in here. What I like to do is I like to take a twisted piece of wire. I just twist it. I put some in a vise, put some 1/4 inch round rod, take 2 equal lengths of wire, pull it tight, stick in my drill, twist it, and it makes, I mean, you can use anything, a scrap of metal, whatever, but that's what I've been always used for all my life. And that way it holds it, I can kind of pull it. I mean, I could use a quarter, I could use anything. Old screwdriver, if you got some junk one. So I just tacked her there. I'm gonna go ahead and tack her there, and that's gonna be that part. All right, here's my 2 pieces. They don't look so pretty right now, but they will when I'm done. And they're hotter than a $2 pistol right now. So we'll let them cool off a little bit. And we're flapper and grind them and make them look beautiful. All right, so I marked them drivers and passenger sides, arrow forward, number 2, that'd be number 2 from the rear. I got these ones all ready to go. I punched a hole. I'm gonna go ahead and run a small drill bit through there first, then I run my 3/8 through there. And then those will be ready for tomorrow. Just running a small hole through it first. That is light. The switch, because I grind here, the switch got goobered up. So I'm drilling in the dark. But I got a hole punch there, so. This was my dad's drill press. I brought this back from his shop. So these are nice old Delta from Milwaukee, it says on it. Yeah, hold it down, hold your piece down. Nice drill press. I used to use it a lot when I was a kid, when I would go into his machine shop at home and wasn't supposed to be playing with his tools. So I learned to put everything back, clean it, put everything back, every tool back where it was. It's got a foot pedal on here too, but I always accidentally step on it. So, and then as you see, there's not a single mark in this table. There would never be one from my dad. And if I would ever hit it with a drill, oh man, I'd get beat. I'd get beat if I did that, you know. So I'm sure my dad knew I was playing around in his shop a little bit, but I would always put every tool back right where I'd find it, try to. All right, I'll get this one drilled and then I'll go drill the bigger holes in here. The other drill press I have, that one, about an 1/8 inch drill in there. I leave it in there all the time. I want to just leave for doing little holes, for centering little tiny holes. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. And she's done. All right, I'm just gonna hit them with the flapper. I thought, oh, I could weld a nut on there, and I'm like, well, I forgot putting that carriage bolt on there to make it look right in the truck, so that ain't gonna happen. So anyways, I got these to smooth out, and I'll probably smooth them ones out quick now and call it a day. It is Wednesday night. It's 5:20. I'll clean these up, go up to the house and call it a day. It's been a long day as it is, so I'll get out here early in the morning and get cracking the whip on this stuff. I don't think it's gonna take too long. I'll have this done tomorrow for sure. I have to go out and buy some stainless steel or chrome carriage bolts if I can find some, and then get this done, and then get on the better things. All right, morning guys. It's Wednesday morning. No, Thursday morning, right? Jeez, this week is flying. So I worked on some of these last night and got them kind of ready. I got this one sitting in there. I just went ahead and drilled the hole. It's 3/8. I'm gonna do the carriage bolt through the top. But what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to take my die grinder and I'm gonna have to try to die grind my hole square to hold this so this won't turn the carriage bolt, and I'll probably have to go ahead and do that too to this and match it, and then what I'll end up doing is bolting these in. That's my plan. I'm going to bolt them in and then I'll go ahead and weld them, and this will hopefully give it that support that they were kind of going for. I don't know. Well, they were going for the support because these ribs go this way. If you're watching the other videos, I've said that a bunch of times that this floor has been changed, and with a pickup truck floor, so the ribs go the wrong way, so the strength isn't there. And I don't know if that's why they put those little pieces of junk in here to kind of, but it was only tacked in like junk. So I'm doing it with nice 2x3. Or no, 1.5 by 3. I don't know what that size. 1.5 by 2. 1.5 by 2, and it's heavy. So I'll have to go out today and find some I have some here just to get her going, but I'll have to find some stainless ones or something. But so I'll put that one in there. We got the next one. Yeah, right here. And I got it drilled. I'm going that hole, this rib, bottom of that rib, bottom of this rib, and the bottom of that one there, and it'll be evenly spaced out. And it should look pretty. No one's gonna see it. But the main objective is to go ahead and make it strong, you know? I'm just looking, there's a piece of chopped floor right there that they left in there. This stuff that they did, I don't understand. I can try to pull that down a little bit, but to keep it from going up and down and to give it a little support, because there is no support in here, really, because the way the ribs go, this ain't the strong way. So that's what I'm doing, and my goal today is to get all this welded in. I can weld up to here, and then I'll have to, I can't get in here to work with this lift in here. So I'll have to pull this out and move it somewhere. And I don't have wheels or nothing on the front, so hopefully we can get that moved safely It's on the jack stands. It should be fine to leave it on the stands. Just take this down, slide it forward, and maybe bring it up against something a little bit just for safety. And get this welded in. I'd love to get this all welded in, bolted in, and painted. I think I wouldn't mind painting it and then put my new brake lines in over top of the new paint. So we'll see. It'll be a little more challenging up here to figure this out. I gotta go around that. And then there's a bracket here that holds a fuel line or brake line. Let me see. Brake line, which isn't gonna matter. I can relocate it down a little lower out of the way or move it over. I can do that. And I would like to quick weld a strip over this here. Just something, because it's got a lot of holes in it. Just for, yeah, just to do it. So if I weld something in there on this one here. And then I have a strap to replace, or two on this, that holds this plastic venting. There's a couple straps I gotta replace. But if I can get that done and painted, would be great. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's hammer it out. All right, so I took this little die grinder, or the skinny point one. I put these in my vise here, and I did the four corners a little bit, and kind of did it, and then I would turn it this way and do it this way, so I wouldn't favor the hole and make it all one way or the other. It worked out pretty good. They go in there nice. You know, hopefully I don't have any problems with matching up with the floor. I'm gonna bolt these in before I weld anything. Maybe I'll bolt it in with the bolts I have here in the morning because stores ain't open yet, and then get the correct ones. We'll see. We'll see. So this went way easier than I thought. I did the two holes underneath the floor, through the floor first, under there. I said I just worked it into the four corners, just with the tip, real nice. And took the little bit out of the in between and checked it with the carriage bolt a few times, and it worked out really well. I was kind of stressed, like, oh, I'm gonna be spending hours and hours on this, you know, and it worked really well. One thing I had to watch out is like when I had this in here on one of them, it kind of went like this a little bit. You got to be careful because next thing you know, you'll bend or wreck your burr. And I only got a few of these, and this one works really well. So I'm very happy that worked out good. It's yeah, the fun part is me trying to bolt this in here by myself. I got nobody to. I'll have to put carriage bolts through the floor and set some weight on it. I guess I have to go up and down with the lift. So and put some weight on it. Working by yourself, you know, you got to come up with ways to do stuff. So, and then maybe get these bolted in so I get them tacked and go back with some with other carriage bolts. Like I said, it's 6:30. I don't know if anything is open yet, or I'll see if I can do something else till then, or dig up what I got here and see, and I have to figure out the lengths on these too. About yay long, not too long. Yeah, probably like 1 3/4. They'll probably only have like 2s or something. I have to cut them off or something, but something like that. 1 3/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4. Let's see. Probably 1 3/4 because I want to run some lock washers on there. So, all right, cool. All right, man, things are going good today. Things are working out right now. So this is the bar I'm gonna weld under there where all the holes are. And I'm putting the fuel line clips and the clips in there. So what I did was I drilled it to this size, and I countersunk the back because this is thicker than the tin support that goes through there. So I'm gonna put it through, and I'm just gonna hammer it over that way. That's what I did on this side too. and they still spin. They're just tight. So everything's going great. So I'm just gonna, this is just a punch. I kind of fit that right on there like that. Like I said, I drilled the hole through and I countersunk her in there. That way so you can see. I did that. And I stuck a punch. Try to hold all this myself. Like that. Good enough. And now we have our piece on there. Of course, it goes one way or the other. And we can always turn it up on there. Nice. Turned out good. All right. This is the support across that had all the holes in there peppered all over. So I pulled these off that hold these lines and stuff here. I think this one holds the 2 cables for your heat. And I'm just gonna put some like 1/4 inch welds. I'm gonna evenly space them out on there on both sides. And that's the other one. I don't know what it holds, a fuel line, something else. So that'll take care of that. Yeah, I'm very happy. Everything's going very smooth today. No problems. Probably because this is kind of like the stuff I like to do and know what I'm doing. So, like I said, we'll get this welded in. I'll get them bolted down in here and see how that is. And get this welded up. Everything's going great. Having a good day. Yeah, I did put some tape up around these and I painted underneath where the pieces will be covering. Just because. Just because that's what I like to do. Too bad it's gonna be kind of nice under here. No one will ever really see it, but I know it's good. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this on the video. It's kind of hard to show you, but it does go up and down. And I said because these are going the wrong way, this should do the trick. You know, like I said, I'd like to put some decorative bolts on there. For right now, I can change those any day, anytime. I can at least paint them black and they look better. So that's what you got to do when you try to work by yourself. You figure out ways to do things, you know. So I use that piece of train track, poor man's anvil, to hold that down. It worked, you know. That was my dad's, something I brought back. He had piles of stuff there in this place, but hey, look, I'm using it. Actually, I got his original anvil. It's up on the shelf there. It's like, I don't know, 120 pounds. It's up back there behind me, displayed. So, yeah, very, very good day so far. I'm very excited. Things are working out and looking nice underneath. Let's go take a look. I'm very excited and happy. It's turning out really nice. It's, I think it's well worth my effort that I did to it. So, and another thing too, that this bar that I'm going to put in here, right here, I was just looking at, you know, I painted this right here, just the center. I didn't paint it towards the end where I'm going to weld, but I threw some paint on there. And I was looking, I'm like, oh, there's a perfect hole right here. I'm like, what is that for? I'm like, oh no, it's got to be something for the emergency brake. So I looked at one of my old photos I saved, and that hole was actually to put the spring in to pull that. So what I did is, this will go here, that's the hole. I welded a nice little loop on there, and that will hold the spring. I mean, I could drill a hole through here, but I think that's even nicer, I think, you know. And if it didn't work, I don't know why it wouldn't work. Is it pulling down a little bit more than up? I can cut it off and drill a hole through there. You know, it's not a big deal, but I figured I'd just put that on there and see if that works. So, very, very happy with how it's going. I didn't want to bother John to come out here and he could help me, but that's why I put the old railroad track piece in there, and it's going really good. So what's going to happen? I don't know, because usually when things go good, something crap happens. But you know, I've been taking my time and trying to do it real nice and good, best I can. So we'll get this bolted on there and snugged up, they look good, and my holes are working out just fine, and it's good enough in there. I'll tap her back a little bit and tighten this up. I think it'll shift back just that little bit, and there we go. I like stuff to be just right, so because it was just touching this lip here, so now I can weld that up the best I can there. I'm gonna take this one off, weld that up, cool it, weld, cool, weld, cool, and that should help the floor from doing the weird stuff. I'll just push these up, weld them in all the way around, real nice, best I can on this, both sides, and then it'll be time to move this and start the next section. So very happy, things are going good. All right, I just got everything welded under here, just finished it up. Went pretty well. I had to go, these ones I got the nuts off, so I get this off. This one here, I had to go up and down a couple of times because I kept putting a needle nose vice grip on it, and it kept popping off. So you're by yourself, kind of. So bring the lift down, climb up there, put it, come back, or put a wrench on it, put something on it, try to get it to not spin. And other than that, burning myself a few times, some hot sparks, smelt that burning me, and yeah, the end of the frickin', I'm trying to hold the air nozzle and the light. I had to hold the treble light everywhere I welded under here because I couldn't get couldn't see. And the helmet kept falling off. Let's see what else. I don't know. All kinds of fun. Oh, and this stuff up here, well, because there's still that grease. I mean, I wiped it off, but you know, it's still underneath stuff. So that kind of bubbles up and kind of makes your welds crappy. I had a bit of work up here, welding, rewelding. I ground it off and rewelded it all again, and I've been cooling it, so I don't know if I burnt any paint off. If I did, it's probably up here. I got this piece welded in. It's all welded all the way up around real nice. And when I was up in the bed, I'll go up there after this when I get these bolted back up and show you. It's nice and hard here. Here it's all floppy, solid, floppy. So I'm very happy. Another thing too is I lost, like 2 weeks ago, week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I lost my little magnetized flashlight. It's a little one I got from Harbor Freight. It's like hexagon, octagon, and it's rechargeable, and you just stick it. Last time I was using it, I think I was doing the seat belts. And I haven't found it. I'm gonna have to look inside the truck. I've been looking. I know it needs to be charged. And I could have used that to just poke it up here and turn it. It's got like 2 or 3 settings on it instead of this thing. So other than that, it's cool. I'm loving it, you know. We'll get all this done today. I'm shooting for it. It's already 11:30, but I'm gonna stay out here as long as I can. Hopefully get it painted. If not, I guess tomorrow's another day. It's just the way it is, you know. I got a little cut in here. It ain't for me. I should probably clean it. It's like the frame part. They actually hit it from up top with I'll try to clean that and get a little bit of weld on there. I just seen it now because you can see where they cut like the old floor out, and they left it in there. I can't get it. Maybe I can get it bent down now because this floor is holding down. I can get something, pull it down a little bit in here. But yeah, I'll try to hit that. I hit this cut up here from them. I'm just leaving it like that is. I'm just gonna take and with the die grinder and a wire wheel, and I'm just gonna clean this up. And cool, good day. Oh yeah, like I said, everything's going good under there. It's 11:40, so it's going 20 to 12. I started out here extra early this morning. I think I was out here by 5:15. It's going to be like 79 degrees today, and I think around 79, 80 for the next few days. We're doing like 15 degrees over normals, and it looks like it's going to be like mid 70s for the next following week after that. awesome work weather. I'm gonna be shedding some clothes now. I think I'm gonna go put some shorts on, ditch this long sleeve shirt. Did want to mention too is when I popped that rib, when I picked up that 64, I slipped that rib. It's feeling a lot better now. I feel it once in a while, but pretty good. But other than that now, I think I'm getting carpal tunnel. I get this shooting, my thumb is pretty much numb all the time. And when I reach certain ways, I get this shooting pain, shooting right up through my thumb and up my side of my wrist here and all that when I reach certain ways. So it's getting a little more and more. So trade one pain for something else. All right, I'm gonna stop jibber jabbering and ditch some clothes, blow myself off here with the air hose and ditch this and put some little bit cooler clothing on. It's gonna get a little warmer in the shop. You know, good. It's nice. Well, I must say it did sure turn out awfully nice looking under here. I just bolted this here up. It's all snugged up. I gotta tighten these. I better not forget. But from how it looked, that crap was just tacked on here to how it is now. That's welded in. It's day and night for what it is. You never see it, but I know what's under here and what's been done. So, all right, it's still Thursday. It's going on 1, and I don't think I even mentioned this, that today is day number 4 of the 12 days. So I'll have, what, 8 more days? And I want to have this thing driving, at least being able to drive around. We'll see. I'm gonna keep working on this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and figure out how to move this now out of the way and relocate this so I can start working in here. I gotta make these bars and figure out how I'm gonna weld this in here because it's a little different. I can weld that side. This side here, there's a hanger in there for I think that is for a brake line, but I can take that out of there and relocate it down a little lower. So I'll do that. I'm happy how it's going. I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, I think, you know. It's a lot to do, but it's getting there. All right, so I was gonna start moving that, figuring out, cleaning up, moving the hydraulic lift out of the way, and I noticed I forgot the straps that hold the plastic venting to the front. They're rotted off. There's nothing left of them. They're 1 inch wide. I'm making them 1 1/4 because the plastic, the little indentation will fit almost 1 1/2 inches. So I'll make them a little wider. This material is definitely heavier than this was. So make them a little bit nicer, a little wider. The plastic that's broke on there, I have some like Gorilla rubber tape stuff. That's how I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna wipe it with some lacquer and cut that nice and just tape it over that plastic where it's kind of broke, and put this on there. I'll have to find some new screws. They're pretty rotted out. They came out, but there's nothing left of them. Well, I gotta get the other strap off too, but nothing left of them. All right, we'll just give this one a quick cut and we'll have 2 straps. I'll, like I said, I went with a 1/4 inch wider. I'll go ahead and I'm gonna cut them just a little longer too. I'm gonna put the hole in a little bit farther in there. Go. Got some straps. I like to knock all the burrs off everything. Real nice. Be a nice strap. Punch a quick hole or mark a spot to drill, we'll pop a hole in there. Getting there. Looks like about a 1/4 inch hole, but I'm gonna go next size bigger. Give it a little more room in there. Knock the burrs off. Halfway done. Tap them over. All right, I got the backs made. Now I'm just gonna make the fronts on there. See, something like that, I don't know. And this should be the same bend here on this end. If we get it right, we don't have to bend her a few more times or make another one. Yeah, a little tweaking, and we got her to fit. This one's a harder one because it's so broke up there. And you know, if you go like that, it's got to be in that distance. So we'll go bring that hole in a little bit. This piece would be in. Enough spot for your screw. Put it about center. We'll punch her. Driller, painter. Put her on. Done. All right, I got both of these made. They fit fairly well. I gotta go find a screw or two. I'll clean these rusty ones up. I'll shoot them with a little paint too. This one's been broken in here, so I'm gonna take and clean that. That one's broke too a little bit. I'm going to clean it with some lacquer thinner, and I got some of that rubber, it's kind of rubber tape, not the as seen on TV stuff. That stuff works really good, it's really rubbery. But about the Gorilla Tape stuff, I've never used it. If it's the same rubbery stuff, I hope that'll be just fine for on here. The only reason I bought that one brand was you got a lot more feet in it, like another 3 feet or 4 foot in it. So I did mark an R on this one because for rear, and there we go. It's gonna go just like that. And have something to hold that up. A little setback here, a little quick to do fixing, but it's been an hour and 2 minutes. I'll get these painted and find some screws. So it took me 1 hour to hand make them 2 brackets from scratch, cutting them out and everything. Now the screw I spent to find one screw, I spent 45 minutes. And I was out in the storage container, I got some buckets just full of screws, and I ended up dumping one out back there on the table and sorting through and not finding, but I ended up just sorting and cleaning the screws there and throwing the garbage junk away. And so I actually get something done, I guess, but didn't find one of these. And I'm like, what am I doing? I could have probably just grabbed straps off one of the donor vehicles out there. I have the purple one, Purple Haze, the 61 Greenbrier, and Chili Willy, the kind of white and maroon, mostly white one. It's a 63. So I went underneath. I can't get underneath the purple one because of the berm there and the way it's situated. I did crawl under and look. It does have the metal straps. I was like, Jesus, I could have just went and grabbed them off of there instead of making them. But they are a little rusty, but I think they would have been fine. I could have had the screw, but I can't get under there anyways. Too big. So I went underneath Chili Willy, the 63, and I looked at that one, and that one doesn't have metal straps on 63, but it did have the screw, so I grabbed the screw out of it. The plastic's real nice on there. The plastic on the other one, the 61, may be fine. This one's cracked. So in the future, when I tear that one down, I could probably maybe have a better piece of the plastic venting. So I'm gonna run these through the bead blaster. I was gonna wire wheel them. I'll just run through a bead blaster, it's faster. And I'm gonna shoot a little paint. I don't have to paint them, but I'm gonna shoot some paint on them. I'll put a little oil on the threads and stick them in there, even though they're not like threads, you know, they're like a wood screw. And go feed the dogs, make some dinner quick, and come back out here. I can see I'm not gonna get at paint and all that, but if I can get this back on there and move the jacks and get it all situated so I can start welding tomorrow up on the front, I'll definitely be able to get that done tomorrow. So, you know, this took, you know, it's taking 2 hours now. So, all right, cool. So, hey guys, that's the end of part 1, Beneath the Rampside, welding, repairs, and paint. There was so much to do under there, we had to make it in 2 parts. Come check out number 2 and see how it turned out. It turned out very slick. Very pleased with how the end result is. Let me know, am I doing things right? What do you think about how I put those metal bars in there? I had to do something with it, and yeah, I'm happy with it. It holds the floor down, kind of tightens it all up. It should be good. I do believe it will be good. I put a lot of heart into it, and I like to do things really kind of go to extra step to make it look nice and right. Please subscribe to our channel. That would help us out. You got any comments? Go ahead, send them to me. I'll get back to you on everything, and better ways of doing things. What do you think? What's your opinion of how I'm going about doing this? I don't know. I like it. It is what it is. Not a perfect truck. It's never gonna be. So anyways, watch part 2. Rust repairs and fixing, welding, painting, whatever I said. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Corvair Addiction.